With the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, Indian students, particularly those who are in Odessa and Sumy, have sought refuge in Moldova. The students had to leave Ukraine due to the war, but they have now found a new home in Moldova. Moldova's Ministry of Education and Research has been actively promoting the country as a prime education destination for Indian students. Our correspondent Siddhant Sibil spoke to Indian students in Moldova, many of whom have come from Ukraine. Let's listen in.
It's rare to find a big group of Indians in Moldova, but I'm here at this university where there's a big group of Indian students who have their own stories, who have their own good experiences and a Ukraine legacy as well. I'll speak to them and give a perspective about the problems or the challenges they face and why they chose Moldova. Let me start with you, sir. If you can talk to us about your story, why you chose Moldova, and essentially, would you recommend other Indian students to also travel to Moldova?
Firstly, telling you that I will 100% recommend all the students to come to Moldova. I chose Moldova because when I compared the other options like Georgia, actually I'm a Ukraine return student. So when I was in India, I had an option of going to either Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Moldova or Georgia. But when I looked at Moldova, it was very closer to Europe, and the benefits I'm getting because of this being too close to Europe is humongous. These other countries don't get that kind of experience and don't get that kind of advantages which we get here.
There are several attractions. First of all, is quite cheap tuition fee comparative to neighbor countries or European countries. Second is level of education, because our education is centered on students, and besides that we have access to hospitals, so clinical exposure is very high.
Compared to Ukraine, this country has offered very stable, a very impartial education to us, and compared to our situation back in Ukraine, here our rapport with the authorities, with our vice dean is very good, and also our education quality here is better.
First of all, the university here is very strict academically. They make sure we cover all the courses and like every class attended, first of all. So that is a very big benefit for people who, first of all, traveling to a different country and to a different culture. So basically we might think we are able to lax, but the university makes sure we don't do that. And also the education system here, all the teachers are very qualified.
Currently we have over 1,200 students coming from India, and I'd like to say that the students from India are very motivated, are highly motivated, and they have also a very good background in sciences, physics, chemistry, biology. That's why we are interested in cooperation with India and to be involved in teaching Indian students.
The university is well recognized throughout the world, so not only in India, even if we go somewhere like the US or the UK, they are pretty much recognized everywhere. And the university is pretty famous for their qualified degrees.
These students, many of them impacted by the conflict in Ukraine, have made Moldova their home, but many of the students who have chosen Moldova as the destination to pursue their higher studies. But all in all, this is a story of grit and determination in many ways, leaving your home and coming to a different country and making that country your home, and of course studying as well. So it is a story which has many nuances, but above all, this is a story which many would like to know, especially Indian students back home in India. Siddhant Sibil for WION in Moldova.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.